Welcome or welcome back. My name is Joanne and today I'm going to be doing a look with my Pan That palette, which is the Adept Cosmetics Heather Austin palette, one of my favorites. And before I get into this look, if you enjoy eyeshadow content, if you enjoy some project panning, really just trying to get use out of the makeup I already have with probably some reviews here and there, then I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoy this kind of video, give it a thumbs up and let's just get into the look. So I just introduced this palette. I was thinking of going for this quad today, but actually I don't really want to do that. So one of my goals for this month is to use each shade at least once and to try to hit pan on the shade Scrubs right here, which is a really putty-like shade, so it moves a lot. But first I'm gonna go with the shade Atlas and take it all over my crease and into the outer corner. This palette is one of my favorites. I've really been enjoying using it again. I haven't used it all that much. I've only used it twice. I mean, I haven't done my makeup all that much lately. Oh, also I'll have anything I'm wearing linked down below, like makeup wise. Last I checked, this palette is still available, and again I will have that link down below, and my links are not affiliated, just to put that out there. But yeah, I love Adept. They're literally one of my favorite formulas. Part of me kind of thinks I shouldn't have picked this as a Pan That palette because I feel like, okay, there is sparkle already going everywhere. That's okay, because I just feel like I'm gonna wanna repurchase this palette because it's so pretty, and like they updated their matte formula, so it's better than it is in this palette. And like, I mean, this brown is pretty blendable. And like I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I really only have trouble with the shade Magnolia, which is the deeper green. And I will say this palette doesn't go super deep, but it's good enough. You know, I have other palettes I can reach for. I ignore my brows. They're very interesting today. Also ignore, I don't think you see it, but I think in like the intro and everything, you can see a stack of palettes on the side. Just ignore those. That's for a project I want to start, but I don't know what to call it. Like I have an idea, but. So next I'm going to go in with the shade PaO2, which is just this deeper purple right here. And I kind of want to see how dark I can really get the shade. Yeah, like they perform nicely. I mean, you can see that right there. I love Adept. Like, do some of their shimmers crease on me? Yes, but most shimmers do, especially in the summer. Like right now it's winter, so it's like drier, cold, so I don't really experience creasing as much. But in the summer, like everything creases on me, which is kind of sad, but whatever, it's just how it is. Why are you crying? That's just how it is, you know? Okay, that can actually build up to be kind of dark. Again, like look how nicely that just blends out though. Like I think that's a pretty nice blend. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad that I picked this palette, but also not sure if I should have picked this palette, just because it is one of my favorites, so I want to make sure I'm getting good use out of it. But also I might want to repurchase it if it's still available by the time I can repurchase it. I don't know, when this first got re-released, I was really thinking about getting it again, but I'm like, you have a whole palette, so maybe not. I mean, this is the palette I feel like that introduced a lot of people to Adept Cosmetics, and I get it, they're expensive. They're very expensive. They're just a very expensive brand, and their palettes don't tend to go super dark. But again, like the collection that I have I think probably like 80 palettes, which is a lot for me. I have plenty of things to reach into if I need, like say a black or just like a super deep brown or something deeper that's than is in the palette. See, like that was so quick. So I don't normally go in with the glitter glue, especially during the winter, but during the summer I will. The one I do use is the Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is, so you know how like the NYX, well, if you've ever tried like the NYX glitter glue, because that's the only other glitter glue that I've used, it's like very tacky and thick. This does not feel like that. This almost feels like serum-y, lotion-y. I know that sounds awful, like it's just gonna slip all over. It doesn't. This actually makes my eyeshadow stay during the summer longer than it normally does. So I really recommend this, and this isn't super expensive. I think this is like 12 bucks on their website. So yeah, I love this product. I will also have that linked down below in case you're curious. Going on with the shimmers, so I'm gonna use the shade Scrubs right here, and then I'm gonna go in with Passport on top of it. And I'm trying to wear down Scrubs evenly, like not just trying to like drill into the middle to hit the pan, but also I want to hit the pan. This is such a dark shade. I'm not sure if you can see the shift. Hopefully you can. It's a very creamy formula. Like I said, it's like a putty type of formula. And again, it's dark. I mean, you can see it. I just hit pan. I mean, it's literally tiny right now. Hold on, let me see. Like that's the thing, like you can just like cover up the pan, cover the pan back up. So I think I'm not gonna count it yet, just cause of that. Because again, it's very movable. It's almost like coming off the sides now. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with the crease brush I was using. So now I'm just gonna go with the shade Passport right on top. It's so, this shade is so pretty. Oh my god, I literally love these shades. I mean, like, look at that. And like just using this alone on the eye in this look is so pretty. That's one of the looks I did. Ugh. So pretty. Like here, it looks like a greenish shift, but then like from the side it looks like bluish purple. I will never understand multi-chromes, but I love them. They're just so fun. And then I'm just gonna blend out the edges a little more. I'll probably get sparkle everywhere, but that's okay. And then for my lower lash line, I'm just gonna take PaO2 on like the outer third and then use Atlas to blend that out. And I really just use the same brush for it. It works, so, you know. I'm honestly so glad I get to use this palette all the time. I was thinking about changing it last minute to the What's Up Beauty Geodes palette because I feel like that's a palette that I wouldn't repurchase. I love it. It's so pretty, but it's just not a palette that wows me enough to repurchase. Whereas this palette, like I mentioned before, I feel like I would, as long as it's still available. If it's not available, then I mean, I can't repurchase it, which would be very sad. And now just going in with Atlas all across the lower lash line. Kind of connecting it to the top. And then I don't know what I want to do for my inner corner. Let me see what I want to do. I've decided I'm just gonna go into my blends palette, my Blend Bunny blends palette, and go in with the white down here because I am trying to hit pan on it. I mean, it's a pretty big dip from me using it as an inner corner shade. Let me go do some liner, my mascara, put on a lip, and I will come back, zoom you out, and show you the finished look. I really like how it turned out. As you can tell, I'm very into purpley blue shades. That's just my vibe. I really like this look. Again, I'm gonna have everything I used linked down in the description box. The links are not affiliated. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have this palette in your collection and if you enjoy it. I know Adept is very hit or miss, especially with their prices, but I love them. They're one of my favorite brands. If you enjoyed, I would really appreciate it if you give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. All that being said, I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.